It's beekeeping weather. Last year we got up to 8 hives. This year we have 6 that made it through the winter. So today is an absolute beautiful day, April 6th, 67 degrees, sunny. So as you can see, there is a ton of bee activity. And so our goal, it is right now about 4 o'clock. Our goal is to get in them and just come along with us, and let's start our 2019 beekeeping adventure. Oh, there's a puppy. Hi. The hive you're looking at is our Saskatraz hive from Canada, I believe is where the Saskatraz come from. We bought this package last spring, and they are known to be very big and good, resistant to hive beetles, varroa, good honey production, and all 3 of those were very good for us last year and exactly right on. We probably got about 30, maybe a little bit more pound of honey from this hive specifically last year. Right now, as you can see, we are, I believe, 4 boxes high. And so going into our 3rd year of beekeeping, I still suit up and we're going to give them a gentle puff of smoke to kind of start calming them down at the bottom, at the top. This hive has actually kind of worried me the past couple of weeks because I have not seen any or much activity. So I'm hoping what I'm actually seeing today are the actual Saskatraz bees and not robber bees. So this is our first time opening it up this year. So we are going to take off the tar paper that we used to help insulate here. We are northern Ohio in Lorain County, and so we get pretty cold. This year we got down in the polar vortex, the -20s for a little bit. So unfortunately, at first glance is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing quite a bit of ladybugs, also all dead, and some ants. But nothing to be worried about yet. I built quilt tops for my hives this year that I put on each of the hives. The center makes it open so that I can get to the top, and then the air helps circulate and then comes down and can be on those shavings to help cut down the condensation. Because it's not the cold that actually will kill bees, but it's condensation that actually kills bees. So here we go. Let's see what we got. I did this the other day, opening it up, looking for a little bit of activity. I also did candy boards on each of the hives. I did a post about that just on Instagram, but I could show you. So I actually did a candy board on this hive, and interestingly enough, it doesn't even look like they touched it. That is practically what I made for them last year. So that is a good sign. The reason that I'm 4 boxes high is that they were a very, very large cluster, and I did not want to go move them down. And at the time, this was filled with honey. So I'm kind of looking at the traffic here, trying to see what's going on. Looking down in the hive at first, I see still a good amount of, not a ton of dead bees. But all this here makes me kind of wonder if these are just robbing this hive out because it's empty. So let's crack it down and see what we got. Oh, that's a big box, big heavy box. Looking down in it. Still see quite a bit of honey, but I don't really see a cluster of bees, which is what worries me. Looks like we are getting just robbed out, honestly. I pull that out. I see tons of dead bees here on the bottom. And I see also some cappings. So, right here on the bottom board, as you can see, I'm not worried about the dead bees in there, but you see this here, that's cappings of the honey and how they're acting on this box. These are just robbers. So this hive did not make it. That could have been my fault. The problem with beekeeping is sometimes they live, sometimes they die. Most of the time, you know, our job is to quote unquote keep bees. But some things are out of your control, such as the environment. So first frame I'm pulling out. Well, I still see some queen cups on the bottom already. This frame is absolutely packed with pollen. So multicolored, a little bit of honey still up here. A dead bee, she looks like she froze. Now, all of these frames are pretty much empty, but that's the way it should be. They are right in the middle of the hive and should have been eaten first and used first. So once again here I see just a little bit more honey out on the outside skirts, but everything on the inside's empty. Frame of honey again, a little bit. So the way that hives work is they'll start as they size in the middle, work their way up. They normally don't make it out to the outside frames, especially in the winter. And so that's why the further out I go, the more honey I see. Nothing on that side, but that side's got a good amount of honey. Still capped, and another bad frame, dead frame. So now we're kind of down in the nitty-gritty. And what I'm seeing here is a bummer. So what I'm seeing here is quite a bit of dead bees, but as I was saying, a lot of these cappings. So I bet once I pull this bottom up, I bet you the bottom board is going to be completely packed with bees. That's my sad estimate. So, oh, they got stuck good. Yep. All right, so they're dead. What a bummer. I've gotten used to having a lot of hive deaths. Our first year beekeeping, we ended up losing the 2 hives that we had. So second year was when I bought 3 packages. So the first, well, take that back. When we actually bought the house, there was a hive here on the land that we luckily had left here from the previous owners, and he was very nice enough to kind of do some stuff. So that's what kind of got us started into beekeeping. But this is sad. Still, a lot of work, a lot of time into it. A lot of money. What I'm kind of doing is I'm just going through here and now I've got an opportunity to kind of figure out what went wrong. I tried this hive a little different than every other hive. This is the only one that I used a solid bottom board with. All the other ones have screen bottom boards with an insert. Well, the hive's dead. Nothing I can do about it. What I can do is figure it out, maybe later. So I don't want to waste too much time. I don't see what I'm doing. I'm moving everything so I can look down at the bottom board and see if I see any varroa, which I don't. So the only thing left to do really is maybe freeze these up, put them in a freezer, and try to find the queen. Because I didn't see any clusters in this. So people inside a honey frame, they were eating, and then what the other ones do is they go and they get them very close and get warmed up next to each other. I opened up some honey there, so the girls are robbing that out. So that's why they're getting robbed today. There's just enough honey poked out from everywhere. The only thing you can do is keep these and give them to somebody that needs them. A frame here and there to a hive will definitely help out. So the only thing I can do with this hive now is tear it all down, store some of the frames, freeze them up so that nothing gets in there. I'm just going to let it out and let them rob it for now. Probably the same thing tomorrow. I think I'm going to take those bees and freeze them. We'll give them a little bit better look later on. See if I can find anything. So a dead Saskatraz hive. That's what we're dealing with here. So now we are five outstanding hives. So I just want to take a moment and thank God for blessing us with these bees. And I pray that this hive that did not make it, that they can actually become a hive for others. In this time of spring, that they can use the honey and the nectar that was left over and given by these dead bees that they live on through giving. Because that's what we're here to do, is to honor God and serve others. And so this dead bees are actually serving all the other hives, the other 5 hives here right now, and we'll replace. We'll split, we'll replace. I'll probably buy another Saskatraz. I really liked them. They were very docile, and they produced me a lot of honey, and we left them plenty of honey for winter. 2 full almost boxes. You know, almost all of the frames have a good amount of honey. So, Lord, we thank you for these blue bees.